Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Hope you're all well. My name's Andrea and this is Beauty with Andy. It's really early hours in the morning, it's like 2:30 in the morning, but I thought I would sit down and film this since I can't really sleep. So this is my Shop My Stash review. So it's my review from the products that I chose last Wednesday. So I'm going to talk you through the products that I've used and give you my thoughts on them. I haven't used all the products because I've got 2 more days, but I'm just going to talk you through what I think of the products that I've used so far. Just a quick intro. I like to come on camera just to basically tell you what's going to happen in the video. So yeah, let's head over to my everyday makeup drawer now. Right, so these are all the eyeshadow palettes that I pulled for this coming week, last week. So I wanted to use this a little bit more. It's the Kylie Burgundy palette, and I showed you what it looked like last week. I'm sure you've all seen this before. So yeah, I used those 3 bottom shades, and I am going to keep it in the collection for a little while longer and try and use it a little bit more. So that will go back on Wednesday. I've been using this Charlotte Tilbury Instant Look in a palette in Natural Beauty. Well, when I say I've been using it, I've used it once so far. I used all the eyeshadows, used the bronzer, the blushers and the highlights. So I have used the palette. I know I do actually like this. It's just getting slightly older, so it does actually need to be used a lot more. And I'll probably use the face products for the next couple of days as well, just to get that much more use out of them. I haven't used this that much. I've probably used it once or twice this week, just because I pulled a single eyeshadow from NYX. I did pull that off camera, and also some of these like neutral shades here are in the Imagination palette, so I didn't need them, but I kept it in my makeup bag just in case I wanted to use it. This palette here, this Too Faced Eggnog Latte, if you've watched the Shop My Stash from last week, you'll see that I only actually pulled it for the Peach Cobbler blush, which I've not used yet. I've not used any of this, so it might stay in for another week, or I might try and use the eyeshadows in the next couple of days and see what I think. The palette that I'm using, and that is really surprising me at the moment, guys, is this Revolution and Imagination eyeshadow palette. Let me just move this. Yeah, it's really surprising me, because it just looks like an everyday neutral eyeshadow palette, and I watched Imogen's video on this initially, and she just said that she wanted to create a neutral eyeshadow palette that you could wear for work or for school, and she has done that. It's a really good palette. If I can get it open. Right, so I've only done a couple of looks with it, but the eyeshadows that are my favourite, and I said this last week, I said the eyeshadows that I couldn't wait to try were Honeybee, Mills and You Know. Those 3 eyeshadows are stunning together. I've got them on my eyes today. I've tried Baby Girl yesterday and I really enjoyed that. Today I wore Huns all over the eyelid. Well, 3/4 of the eyelid, I would say, and then I had this You Know in the kind of other quarter towards the end, and it looked stunning. I'll try and get a picture of it and add it to the video. And then this Butterfly shade, I actually put that in my inner corner. I wouldn't normally use a blue eyeshadow, but that was the only way of me using it. I certainly don't think I would use it all over the eyelid, but you never know. The main shadow from these transition shadows that I've used is this Love and Life. I think I have used Too Nice as well. I used that the first time, but I haven't dipped into these darker shades just because they're not my skin tone. I've not really used these darker shades either. So really I need to just get to know these eyeshadows a little bit more. So yeah, I'll be doing that over the next couple of days. Right, so that's what all that looks like. Now we're in my everyday makeup drawer. Surprise, surprise, this is the setting spray that I've been using all week, and it's the Pixi Glow Mist with propolis and argan oil. As you know, I don't really like this, but I am really getting to the bottom of it now, so I'll be glad when that's out. Probably another 2 weeks and it will be out. I haven't used the Makeup Geek eyeshadows again. Let's have a look at these powders. So we've got the Laura Geller blusher in Honeysuckle. I've used this 2 or 3 times, so yeah, that's really, really nice. I also use the Dior blusher, the ombre blusher. Let's just open it up and show you. I also use the Dior ombre blusher, and I thought this potentially could have gone bad, but it's actually still really nice and pigmented, so I want to keep it for a little bit longer. I've not used it that much, so I mean, I'm not going to keep it in for another week, but I think I will try and use it over the next couple of days. Then we have got this e.l.f. Sheer Tint Finishing Powder. Really, really like this. This is in Fairlight. I've shown this before, but I'll show it again. Perfect for on the go because you get a nice little puff underneath the actual packaging. Let's see if I can show you that. Yeah, so it just looks like that. I've not really used it, so it is perfect for on the go. So that's really, really nice. I think I might be changing it this week to something else though. I've been enjoying using this as well. Fairly new to the collection. It's the number 7 translucent perfect light loose powder. I've got a bit of a story to tell about this powder, and when I went to go and buy it from Boots and the customer service that I actually received. So I'm going to do another video, like a story time video about that, and another video. Then I've got this e.l.f. Moonlight Pearls. I've used it a couple of times. Not 100% it's going to be staying in the collection long term. Then we have got this Too Faced Candlelight Glow in Rose Glow. Guys, I think it's just gone bad. I thought that when I pulled it last week, that's why I pulled it. You can see the lumps and bumps on it, so I'm going to put that in the bin. It's a shame really, because it is a really nice glowy highlight. But yeah, that one can go in the bin. Then we have this Laura Mercier Secret Brightening Powder in the shade 1. I haven't used this once this week. I did pull a lot of powders though, so I might just keep that in for next week. I've been using this Wet n Wild Photo Focus Pressed Powder. I've only used it once though with the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Foundation, just because I was using the number 7 translucent setting powder. It's really, really nice. I've used this before. It's one of my favourite powders. It is so smooth. And I know that everyone's got their own opinions on Wet n Wild, and so do I. But yeah, this powder is really, really nice, and it's in the shade Neutral Beige. Right, then we have this I Heart Revolution Sprinkles, and it is in Frosted Cupcake. Still haven't got around to using this yet. I do want to try and use it before we get to Wednesday and I have to put things back. Also got this Natural Collection bronzer in Sunshine. I adore this bronzer, guys. I didn't notice until today actually that it does have a little bit of glitter in it. You'll be able to see it, but you can't actually see it on the face. And can you see the dip that I'm leaving in this bronzer, especially around here, because that's where my brush goes. Yeah, I really do like it and would highly recommend this, especially for the price. It's like £2.99 or something like that. Then we've got this little beauty. I highly recommend this one too. This is the I Heart Revolution. I think it's rose. Yeah, rose gold glow. Really pretty. And it looks like that. I tend to mix both highlighters together, and it just gives such a beaming highlighter. If you don't like a beaming highlight, then you're probably not going to like this. If you're after more of a subtle highlight, I would advise you to go with the e.l.f. one, because that's quite subtle. That's probably why I don't like it as much, because I like my highlighters to be quite beaming. These are all project pans, so I won't talk about them, just because I talk about them at the end of the month. Then I've got this Dose of Colours. I actually wore this for Halloween. I've got a picture of that, so I will put that at the end of the video. It is on my Halloween video that I did, because I did my niece's makeup. Oh, I've just dug my finger in it. Oh no, I really like this as well. Oh, look at it. So yeah, I did my niece's makeup for Halloween, and I wore this. It's really nice, but it will be going back in my single eyeshadows because I have wore it. This is the NYX eyeshadow that I actually pulled. So it's the NYX, I think it's in Lace. Yeah, I think it's in Lace. Let me just check the shade. Yeah, it's, yep, Lace, and it's just, I just want to show you the dip I've made in it. Right, so it's just a cream ivory shade. Get hold of that properly, Andrea. And I don't know if the camera is picking it up, but I've made quite a nice dip in it. So yeah, that's a really good eyeshadow. I like the single eyeshadows by NYX. This one I haven't used, so I do need to use this either this week or next week. If I don't get around to using it this week, I'll leave it in. And then there's just some products that do tend to stay in that little container there. Right, and then we've got all like my face products. So spoiler alert, I managed to use all this up. So it's the Nivea Daily Essentials Rich Moisturising Cream. It's a day cream, 24-hour moisture boost and nourish for dry and sensitive skin. And this one is with shea butter, and it's an antioxidant. And I got this one in its place. I just wanted to try a different one. So it's the Daily Essentials Light Moisturising Day Cream with SPF 15, 24-hour moisture boost and refresh for normal and combination skin. Resilient smooth skin with vitamin E and antioxidant. Now I only opened this a couple of days ago, so I am just getting used to the formula, but so far so good. This is the foundation, the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Foundation, and I'm in the shade Soft Ivory. Guys, I really don't know how I feel about this. For a start, it's got not a very nice smell, which I knew about it anyway. Like, I don't like the scent when it's going on the skin, but that just goes away. But it feels like really oily on my skin as well, so I don't like that feeling. But when it's actually on the skin and has been dried down and I put powder over it, it does look nice. So I think I'm just going to finish it off and not repurchase, is basically what I'm trying to say. The other foundation I've not used at all. I just wanted to give that Wet n Wild one a chance, and because I've never used it, I just wanted to see what my thoughts were on it. So this Bourjois City Radiance I haven't used this week, so I'm going to use it for the rest, well, like for the next 2 or 3 days, and then it will go back. This was the primer that I was using because I finished the MAC Prep and Prime. That's gone, and I wanted something to moisturise my skin just because it's so dry around certain areas, especially my T-zone. So I use this Nivea Daily Essentials 24-hour moisture and express primer. It's really nice. So I've got this Prime Time by Bare Minerals. I didn't use that, so obviously that's going to stay in until it gets used up. Didn't use this either. I don't know what was going on. I don't know whether it was the foundation or whether it was the skincare, because I'm using some new, obviously, skincare with that Nivea moisturiser. This was pilling up on me, so I haven't been using it because I was scared of using it again and it pilled up because I had to wipe the whole entire foundation off. So this is Collection Lasting Perfection 16 Hour. It's just a concealer that I'm using. I'm nearly out of it. So yeah, we'll be using that, keeping that in. I've used this only like once or twice, again just because my skincare like was pilling up and I wanted to like limit the chances of that happening. I used this today and it was fine. I haven't used this yet, this Sparkle Hydrating Moisturising Under Makeup Primer, so I do need to use that. And then there are the e.l.f. Shade Adjusting Drops. I've not needed to use these. So this is a new product. I got this from Morrison's and I talk about this in my Superdrug haul. I did get it from Morrison's, but I went to Superdrug on the same day and got more products from Superdrug, so you'll see that there as well. It's just the Vaseline Lip Therapy in Rosy Lips, and the reason I got it was because it was so cheap. It was only £1. And then we've just got some pencils. So we've got what I always use. This is the Essence But First Espresso. Then we've got the Kathleen Lights and this is the Essence Silky Nude eyeliner as well, which I've been using. Then we've got the Colourpop and Kathleen Lights in Aquarius, and then just a brow pencil as well that I've been using, but mainly I've been using my brow products that come from the Body Shop that are in the like a brow kit, because I want to make as much progress as possible. So this is everything, guys, and I'll see you on Wednesday to shop my stash. If you've not already subscribed to the channel, I would love it if you would consider subscribing. Just hit that subscribe button below and the notifications bell. I upload Mondays, Wednesdays and Fridays, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.